Could be. Yeah, when I see chickens, I know I'm good. Good morning. Wow. What you got out here? Time to go. How are you, my brother? Mr. Retired Man. Remember, we've been talking about that off and on for the last, who knows, since we've known each other. And year or so. The kettle on, the pot, yeah, man. We got Carney with us today. Woo! Robert, good morning. Sterling, oh man. Love you, brother. Hope things are going fantastic today. Yeah. And Rob's neighbor. Good day. That's okay. You lurk about, man. We got your ears. That didn't sound right, did it? Things you don't say. Got your ears. No, don't say that was a bad one there. Can I retract that message? Key-Fob, when did you sneak in? Shit, I didn't even see you, man. Good Lord.
See?
How you not see that?
I don't know. Was I talking on the phone and then he came
You're
in?
on the phone.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, because
He popped in, and I
you saved me, sick, because you know I was going to toil on that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's like
I was catching up.
This day ahead says I need to get my real ID. What the heck? Yeah, I won't ask.
Ain't
I
need no
won't
ID.
ask.
Ain't got no ID.
You got a CDL, man. Got to have your ID.
An ID.
Yeah.
As long as you can speak English.
Hello.
Oh,
Something like that. One of the couple that we have here.
sorry, Sterling. I didn't mean to cough in your ear.
Oh.
You apologize to Sterling, but not the rest of us. What's up, man?
Oh no, just Sterling. Sterling's got the freaking headphones on
Does he? Oh yeah. Maybe.
and the volume up loud.
Maybe. Are you?
Morning, Robert.
I got like too many questions
Morning,
to ask.
wannabe.
I'm just not going to ask them. Can't fly
Time
without.
to go.
Okay, so you're
Time to
flying.
go.
That's
Maybe
Carney
he was-
Rides, Key Fob.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Have you met before? No.
You met Carney before.
Yeah?
Okay.
Oh, Robert. I meant Robert asked who that was.
Oh,
Sorry. My bad, Keith. I can't read either, bro.
I was like, you sound like mom introducing me to my brother.
Yeah.
What did this one say?
Do you know this person?
Hey,
You know
by the
that
way,
person?
yeah, do you remember? Yeah.
Yeah. That's your brother.
This is
Treat him
Grandpa
like
over
your
here.
brother.
Short
Who's-
circuit.
Oh, Rob. Yeah, okay, because Rob was asking. Is that what you
Yeah.
were referring to?
I can't. My
Yeah.
brain's not working.
Acquiring minds want to know, you know.
Okay, guys, how many times has this happened to you?
Okay.
Let's see.
Oh boy.
Let's see here.
Ay vey.
That
Well-
doesn't happen to me because
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That's after like five pots
Let
of
me,
coffee.
let me zoom in close a little bit and then
I got
back up.
that. I see the. I
Are
see
you
what's
praying?
going on.
no, he's out.
Somebody is SOL.
Look
right
at
there.
the damn roll of toilet paper.
Is that,
Oh.
is that the shit out of luck one?
Shit
Yeah.
out of luck.
That's the worst.
Woo!
Damn, nothing makes me madder than, and you know, you have a good, I mean, you feel so good. You finally got your daily thing done. You look
then
over
all
the
of a
wall
sudden-
and ain't nothing there.
Panic attack. Like, well, how are we going to complete this mission?
I
All
saw
of a
it.
sudden it's silent.
Nobody's in hollering range, you know. And then even if they are, do you really want to ask?
Yeah. all of a
Depending on
sudden-
who it is.
all
Take
of a
your
sudden
sock
there's
off.
definitely-
Take your sock off. You got some on.
Yeah. Well, you just sit there and Facebook long enough, it dries. You blow it off like dust, and you're done. You're out of there. You
Good
know,
night.
there's techniques. There's techniques.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm the one who knocks.
Ay vey.
Sounds like we're bringing up some lyrics.
Oh,
B. I was just thinking of you this morning too. All your singing you were doing with your
Can you
using
hear
your
me now?
piano caster or piano thing they
baby.
got. This what do they call them? Soundboards.
Oh,
Yeah, she's been doing her lives, doing some singing, brave.
Oh, she
I'm like,
sings.
man, I don't know. Couldn't do it. I can't even play my guitar thing doing a live or right here, right now. I'd be like shaking like a leaf. Weirdest
You want to
thing
hear
ever.
an old joke?
Yeah.
All right, so this boy is new to the golfing world, and he gets in with a bunch of guys, and he's never golfed on this course before, and they get way back about the 6th or 8th hole back there, and the boy says, "Hey, I don't see any porta potties. What do you boys do when you got to go to the toilet?" He said, "We just go over in that clump of trees over there." So the guys that kept talking amongst themselves, he goes over there and he said, "Hey,
Hey.
what do you wipe on over here?" He said, "Oh, damn, guy, just pull a leaf. Use a leaf, you know."
Yeah.
He said, "All the leaves have been pulled off. I can't reach a one of them." He said, "Well, damn cut, don't you have any money on you?" Yeah. And he comes out of the woods and he's got brown stuff on his hand. The guy said, "My God, man." He said, "You ever try to whack with 3/4, 2 dimes, and a
Dimes and-
nickel?"
Yep. Yep. God, it's been a
Old
while.
joke. Old joke.
That's been a while. And
Damn.
I have heard that. That's great.
That's awesome.
Sometimes always check the roll before release.
Or release.
Yeah, you're going into a strange bathroom almost every time, you know.
Yeah.
Once I was here, now I'm there and going across country.
Mr.
That's
Kime.
what
Good morning,
I-
Mr. Kime.
And having to shower in other new places, I guess after the first couple times you get used to it, but definitely
Well,
beginning the
Kime, he liked my
flip-flops.
bloody humor.
Yeah, you know, he's on retirement status right now. Did you know that?
Yeah, he's starting to retire.
Yes, he did.
He did. It's official.
Yeah, yeah. He don't have to go to work no more. He didn't know what to do on his first ride. He just started going to work and gets, well, hey, I can make a left here. No problem.
No kidding.
It
Seriously?
was kind of like that.
Yeah, that's great.
But
That's
I remember him talking about it in one of his videos. It was
It's
good.
like now I don't have to do anything.
Damn. Between Quickshoe and Tara, man, they be hauling some vile stuff. You see,
It's good for about 2 months, and you start getting bored, especially when you can't get on the motorcycle.
All right, we must have somebody in from CARNY'S crowd. He is broadcasting this on his channel as well.
Yeah.
He's a big supporter too, by the way. If you didn't get to know him, I did put this link out there, and you know, do the thing that we always say. I don't want to sound like a
360
advertisement guy.
Yeah, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe.
There, see, pick it
Yeah.
up, man. I
Yeah,
like
that thing.
He's well versed.
Well versed, yeah.
Yeah.
He want to know what bike you ride. Depends on what day it is, what mood I'm in.
Hey, ain't
Yeah.
that nice? You got a choice, man. That's pretty amazing. Kime to go, no singing for me either. I got you, Kime. There, yeah. There it is. Yeah, I did. Finally got to. Am I that far behind? No, I'm not too far behind.
No, I can see the blue. You're not too far behind.
Yeah,
you're
thank
good.
you. Thank you. Yeah, I was trying to pull up a channel. I was going to show everybody your channel too, which you can do too. You got a screen share if you want. I'll get it, but just saying. I don't know if you use screen share on other people's lives before. You probably have because you're pretty sharp with your techie stuff.
It might look like it at least.
You're getting there, yeah. You're getting there. I know you know some things. He knows some things, just enough to get in trouble.
Know some people.
I know how to smoke. That's for sure.
Smoke, just like kind of, just pretty natural, huh? It's almost
Yeah.
like breathing.
Yeah.
Except you got to hold something. That's good. Oh, big fun. Yep. I saw your first video, Ray. Yeah, we were talking about video and how to, like when you do a big series and you go someplace like a big, I don't know, like an event, like you went somewhere like you did the GAM, you know, and you do like 3, 4, 5 videos instead of one sitting out there being an hour or two long. You break them up, and then how do you present them out there? You know, every other day, one a week. You know, because then, like in a month and a half later, you forget what was on that first video anyway, or what it's even about. You know, so I don't know. I think you'd want to tighten them up.
I did back to back, except for Sunday. I didn't
There
put
you
one
go.
on Sunday.
Yeah, you know.
I had a movie come out, a video come out.
A movie?
Yeah, a movie.
Thanks for the warning.
Yeah. Well, it's 30 minutes, so yeah, it's
I know.
yeah, it's long. I was like, I don't care.
No, 38. But yeah, but we don't get hardly any from you. So when you do,
Yeah.
we're there.
I was like, yeah. I was like, so what?
We'll be going off the grid later in this week. Yeah.
And I've been doing premieres. I've just been releasing the last two. That's why I have like 0 views. There's like 20 views on each video. Usually there's at least like 60, 70, 100 maybe. I got like 23. It's working out. Working out.
That's pretty normal for my longer videos.
Dude, yeah.
Not for mine.
I've never had like that many views anyway. And like I said, until I got in this community thing with you all, like, well, my friends got me up there today. You know, I got a few views. That makes it a little more worthwhile. I kind of just did them to document, you know, and do stuff when I got on YouTube anyway. And I just wanted to see myself on a YouTube video where everybody else was and see if I could do one, you know. And dang.
And now look at you.
Yeah,
You
I'm worldwide.
Do you know how I ended my day last night?
Well, I don't know.
Last night around 11 o'clock, I ended my day by watching Rob's neighbor, me on the screen up at Rob's neighbor's house. He's put up a big screen on the wall, and he had me I was doing the mechanical. You remember when I was a mechanical man and came to your house and got a can of Spam?
Commentate. Yeah.
After the Holocaust or whatever.
Holocaust.
Yeah. After all that was over with, I walked my way up to Virginia, got a can of Spam. Well, I watched it on Rob's neighbor's big screen he had set up there at his place.
Okay, yeah.
He was experimenting.
One of his little small bike starter or whatever, like he's a pretty amazing wizard on getting things together. Yeah, you know, I kind of didn't even think about it too much, but Memorial Day, like you're supposed to remember things, and I'm not remembering, but thanks for bringing that up again. Anybody do anything special for the holiday, Memorial Day?
I went for a ride.
Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah, you too, Carney. Anybody else? I didn't ride at all. I sat in the damn house, really.
I rode between thunderstorms.
Yeah, I know. Like, when it rains.
I mean, if you're going to wait for the stormy weather's over with, you ain't going to ride this spring.
No. I know it. And you have little windstorms behind all yours too, like tornado things and stuff.
You know that thing I can see clearly now. I can look out there now and I can see all them trees are gone. 2 or 3 storms back, it took well, you saw when my antenna whooping back and forth. Well, it's all gone now.
Yeah. Copy.
It's summer down here. We don't ride in the summer.
Too hot.
Yeah, it's like the sun, dude.
You feel like a lobster in a pot.
Oh, here in New Mexico, it gets brutal like Phoenix.
Oh, yeah. And they all say, well, that's dry heat. You guys are good. You know?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't know what the difference is.
Touch the middle. Yeah, I know. Touch the middle on my bike. Tell me how dry that is.
The only difference is one you're driving through soup and the other one you're not.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, the wind feels like a solid barrier. And the other place you can actually
just hit a curtain.
The wind.
I hit a heat curtain.
Yeah, a heat curtain instead of
something.
And instead of your sweat evaporating like it's supposed to cool you off,
yeah,
it gets replaced with more humidity and more moisture.
Yeah.
Hey, Moto, pour them a cup of coffee from the spaceship.
I know. Did you see some of that yet? I got that kind of in the background. Let's see. This is some Mac art here. Let's see if I can get this. This one. Is this it? Wait, maybe this is it. That or it's delayed. It's not going.
Shame.
I don't know. I must have. Here. This is what I have to do. I have to remove. That's why. But there's a cool little coffee crew thing that Mac made the other day, a spaceship, as you can see,
awesome,
pouring into the cup on the world.
That's
and we
awesome.
still got us in the background there a little bit. The last one he did, I just switched up the opacity, and because I wanted both. They
Yeah.
were both
I'm
really
not that
good.
far from Roswell.
Yeah. You got the
Wow.
light
Yeah.
conspiracy stuff down there.
Oh yeah.
What do you think of that?
I would think they'd have better coffee there.
Yeah.
They got some wonder weed.
Wonder weed. I wonder what kind of. Yeah.
You got planetary travelers, right? And anyone who travels knows you got to have a good cup of coffee, right?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
So the aliens have got to have some really good coffee.
No. Yeah.
And some
It's fresh.
snacks. You gotta have really good snacks too.
Fresh from the other universe. Only took 5 light years to go. I think the bean is dry. No. I don't know.
That's what she said.
Yeah, right.
That's what
Woo.
she's
One of us was going to do it, so
Yeah, I
just
know.
went ahead.
And there it was. Welcome.
You
in.
just got there
Welcome
before everybody.
in.
My coffee's stronger.
Let's see which one of these vids would have a good like of your ride on, so people kind of know what you're riding and stuff.
Oh shoot! I don't
You
even
got
know.
any that you can think of? I don't know. Just pick one, Raj. Wonder
That one looks good.
Tennessee chapter leaving Alabama. Would you be on that? You're probably the one
No.
doing all the filming, though.
Actually, the one right to the right, May
This one?
15th. My wife's right in front of my bike, right there.
Yeah, with the green there.
Yeah.
I'm pointing. Yeah, let's see what that is.
Oh,
There we are. Nice rig too.
Yeah, like
Low rider.
sport cage.
Low ride station wagon.
No rider. That's a white.
Nice. New Mexico to Tennessee and back.
Yeah.
This is the scrapbook basically, right? Of the trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who you got there with you? Was that your?
That's my wife. That's hot.
Yeah, right on. She's beautiful. Yeah, man. What you got in the cage? Was that a cage?
It's a dunk tank.
Dunk tank. Okay.
Yeah. Because, first your money owed, then your clothes owed, then anything goes owed, 'cause I'm the mighty bozo.
All right. Ha. All right. Well, we got plenty of content. As you can see, too, he's streamed, I think, our coffee thing once in a while, too. You actually had it up rolling on your live or something like that, I think.
Yeah, right now I got it.
So, yeah.
My title is Coffee Time with Motorcycle Riders Across the Country.
Yeah, we do try to get a few of them in here. Sometimes we talk about
Because myself, I'm from
motorcycles. Yeah.
here in New Mexico, motorbumps in Virginia. Everybody's from different places.
Yeah. Where did you grow up? Like early type? Have you always been New Mexico or?
No. So I was born here in Albuquerque. Left here as a kid. Was adopted by a circus family.
Yeah.
Where the name Carney comes from.
So you grew up traveling
my
like,
God.
like a military brat. Brats are what they call them. Who had I did military
Yep.
too. So no punt. Just saying, it's just an expression, but.
Yeah, got over 30 years in the business, so.
That's growing up and learning a lot of real life skills fast and people and just yeah.
Jack of all trades.
Yeah. Like me, like when I come out of Minnesota, I was pretty like, that's really reserved type kind of state, and then I joined the Army, and boom, I'm in Hawaii, I'm in amongst every nationality, and I didn't got no street smarts like that, what you want to call or whatever, and that was my real basic training.
Yeah.
You went to Fort Leonard Wood too, didn't you?
I did go to Leonard Wood, yeah.
Yeah, I did too.
Leonard Wood. I was there.
Oh,
Fort Lost in the Woods, Little Korea, they got little names for it. It's nothing but rocks and trees. When we had to do a foxhole and use that little fold-up shovel, it was like chipping. It was like granite. Like I'm dying. I'm not getting no cover here. I said, how mean. It's all right.
What's up, Hardwire? I see you out there.
Made men out of you. Look at me today. All hardcore. Desert Outlaw. Good morning. Yeah, what's that? Little nut.
What's up, outlaw?
Connie, good morning.
Morning,
Howdy.
What up?
Yeah,
What
so
up?
my AC guy was going to come over today, but now it ain't going to be tomorrow. I'm glad I've had really mild weather. Like my house is only 70 degrees in here today. And like something about the switch, we had cool air going. And then we tried the heat because it's a heat pump. And if you switch it over to test the heat and then put it back over to cool, if they got all kinds of things that talk to each other, electronics. And he thinks something might have just got out of whack on that. Because when we put it back over, then he left. And I really haven't had to use the AC for days around here. So I did yesterday and I had it on for like 3 hours. And I went and I said, I think it's cooler. I couldn't tell. It's only like 2 or 3 degrees. Usually you can kind of tell that. But
Thermostat will tell you.
yeah, and then I went and checked that. And it was like, what? I had it set at 70 and it was still 73, 74 degrees in the house. And I just started feeling, you know what I mean? So a few hours later, I said, oh, man, no. And I started having, you know where your brain takes you.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
after you
of
just
course.
spend all that money getting it fixed, and you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, fun days, man. Little thing, go get on your bike.
Oh,
and
did it
ride.
go? Did it shoot down? Did it go down to 70?
It didn't do shit, no.
You just saying it's got some electronics that they think might be buckered up.
Yes. Yeah, because it's got a brand new
Close.
compressor, so.
Close all the doors and see if it comes down. It should come down in an hour. Less than that.
Confusing
Yes, sir.
me. Is you
Oh,
being
no.
joking?
No, I said close all the doors around.
Yeah, but it just ain't working. The AC should come down. I should feel cold air coming out the vents.
You don't feel any cold air coming out.
No.
The vent. Ugh.
No, it's just blowing whatever's laying up there in the ductwork.
All right, that's not
Yeah.
good. You gotta call.
No,
them.
it never changed even a degree in like 2 or 3 hours, so.
Am I not paying attention, key fob?
I think
Right.
so. I don't
Right.
know. Beezer the biker, welcome on
Hey.
in.
Brown chicken. Good morning. I see Desert
Brown
Outlaws
chicken.
over in Texas.
We'll
He's
call
almost
that
made it
Carney
to us,
company.
guys. Just
Carney
cheer him
and
on. He'll
Company.
make it from Texas to the southeast.
Yeah,
He's supposed to be moving to Florida.
good to see you.
Oh
Welcome.
man, he'd be just a few hours away.
Yeah, that's what he said last time we talked to him.
Who's moving to Florida?
Desert Outlaw.
Oh yeah.
Anybody comes in from your stream too, Carney, that you want to stop and say hi to, man, just give me a holler and shout out or whatever, or just introduce anything. So just
He
feel free.
supposedly started driving yesterday.
Who did?
Wannabe and Robert. You know what happened? I was so far behind on the comments, I didn't even see Connie. My computer, everything froze up. My internet froze up, and it didn't catch up the comments over there. So I'm looking at people over there, and I said, "Well, I've seen Kime for a long time." I looked and I moved the scroll bar down. Hell, there was a lot of conversation I'd missed.
Yeah. Yeah, when you don't refresh sometimes. Is that what you're talking about? Like it didn't
No,
move?
my internet stopped.
Oh.
And it didn't catch up with the all the
That's-
new people that came in.
That's what threw you out. I got it now. Oh, Rob. Where's Rob's name? Carrie. There we are. Yeah, I didn't see if he got. I started watching the replay. If it was alive, I'm sure it was alive. Da-da-da. There it is. Did he ever get the these bikes? I mean, they look pretty damn. Wish you could see the thumbnail bigger, but they're 2 bikes. They look pretty caramelized, we'll call it. don't know if you said he got one started.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought I'd seen something.
Did you? Yeah. Well, there they are. And those look like those old balloon tires that I was talking about off those old three-wheelers, those Honda ATVs in the 70s that when they
Was
came
that would
out.
flip over easy?
I like that tractor seat.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
check out
yeah, that
everything on
is.
it, right?
Yeah.
Gas
You know,
tank is nothing but
At
pipe.
least your butt won't get wet after it rains on
He
that
was
one.
talking about yesterday. He said, you got to be careful. You can't let your nuts get between the frame and the edge of that seat.
Hold on over here. I'm kind of hung up.
Yeah.
Don't
I'm
leave me
feeling a little
hanging.
bit of a pinch.
You got
Shut this one off.
tea bags all over the place. There's a leftover in here.
You only do it once.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Beezer. Yeah, like Beezer said, smash that like button.
Get on the tractor seat like a good boy. There you go.
And if we can, like I said,
What do we do
channel
here?
can get big, and
I wonder how long that looks like galvanized pipe will last as a fuel tank.
What bike?
The one with the fat tires. Look at the gas tank on top.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, it looked like a piece of water pipe.
How come it's coming blurry? Like,
Is it galvanized?
That's what it looks like. It's hard,
yeah.
can't tell in the lighting, but
Yeah.
I mean, might be that old lead piping too.
Yeah.
Hey, there's this big screen on the wall up there. He might be using a projector. I don't know.
Yeah. I was waiting to see if we could. There we go.
There you go.
And the brake just wraps around.
Look at that.
Let's see if we can.
See how they had widened the forks, man? That's not natural.
Wow.
Ace
Yeah, that's
is the-
definitely a custom-made job there, right? Yeah, that's pretty.
Ace is the place for the
That's what you're
hardware,
talking
man.
about. That's just
Yeah.
a piece of pipe. That's for a gas. That's like what, quarter gallon?
If that.
Oh, I think Go Back might have signed out. Angel.
Yeah, if that eighth.
I think I might even put Go Fast to sleep.
But
That's
with
really
that
unique.
seat and that front
And
forks,
we were just talking.
If we could ever get Rob's neighbor up here, Carrie, to come live stream with us, we could sure learn a whole lot more about this stuff quicker.
Oh, froze up again.
It was street legal.
you see how that one's got the
You
gas
could
tank
tell
on top of
because
the engine.
tail light,
Yeah.
the license plate holder. I think it was a
Oh
50,
yeah, I see it now.
and then
Yeah.
someone cut the frame and put.
Yeah,
the
it looks like a
motor
little
in it.
thin one too, don't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
little street legal 50.
Like
or
something off a
80 or
lawnmower or
something.
whatever.
We'll figure it out here in the future.
All right. Well, that was cool, man. I had to bring up some of that, Carrie. I started seeing it this morning, but whew. I think the coffee hit. I feel a little energized. Where did I leave on the
Gary, I'm
comments?
terrified of them front forks, man. The way they kind of just
Yeah.
bow out, and I'm not a welder, right? So
Yeah.
if I did it, it'd be with that JB Weld.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sterling Will's got a question for old Mac.
Mac, give it. Let's
I'm asking.
let's find it here. Where is it? Where's
He hasn't
Sterling?
asked it yet.
I've
All
lost
the way
it.
to the
Oh,
bottom.
here we go. See? Question for old Mac. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it. I'm going to come back here and see if I missed anything. Moto, what does it say? I have the same problem with Central Ace. It is the.
Yeah, I think you can have a best lady friend. You can have a best,
Thank you.
yeah, you might have, yeah, sure, you can have more than one best friend.
Brown.
Best friends in different categories. Best friend bike rider. Best friend hiker. Best friend swimmer, river rafting.
Yeah.
Sure, you can have a lot of best friends.
Like we probably claimed some of those like that. Like I was thinking, like
I
pretty much.
need a good best friend at fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah, best friend fishing. Yeah.
Best friend,
Best friend loving his dog.
Best friend
There you
in
go. I'm looking at
categories.
him right over there.
I hear it.
Oh, well, did you leave yet?
Here we are. He's on his way. Outlaw's leaving now. He can't get there fast enough, can he? He's picking up from Arizona
Tucson.
area there, not
Yeah.
far from you, Carney, but
Tucson.
and doing a complete move with the family members as well. Just picking up and leaving and coming to Florida.
Yeah.
Like, did you come down and do some prospecting of the area? You know, I mean, like,
Well,
totally,
his
you
dad,
totally know what you're getting into.
I've
his
done it
dad was
twice.
in Florida.
His dad does? Okay.
Yeah.
See?
Where
You
at
know
in
more of
Florida?
the history. Say again, Carney, what?
Oh.
I thought
I
you
don't
said
think Carney said anything.
Oh, I
No,
thought he did. I'm
phone.
hearing Carney.
I asked what part of
I'm
Florida.
hearing you.
He's gonna be
Up
at
from Daytona.
A little bit south of Daytona. I forget the name of the town.
Old Carney, he makes me hungry every time I hear his name called out. Chili con carne.
I think I went back
I love
too
you
far.
some chili.
There we are. Eating some breakfast.
Yeah, his
Here,
dad's
hang
in Daytona. His dad's in Miami.
on. In Florida, I keep my AC at 77. Man, that's a bit warm.
Yeah, New Sema Beach is where he's going.
But at least you got some money left over if you can stand the heat. 77. 74 gets warm. That's what I was
It's
feeling
95
yesterday.
today. And
Woo.
it's
Oh, yeah, so 77 is a big def.
85 right now, and it feels like 91, it says, and it's going to be 95.
Wow.
It's like paradise here.
Just like living in paradise. What is
72,
it?
that's
Let me
nice.
get it.
Oh
No,
shit!
no, 72.
That's
Let me get
perfect.
it back up. I'm trying to get it to focus.
You
I
Siri?
know. Yeah, bring
What's
it on
the
in. Bring it
outside?
on
Bring
in.
it close, then move it away.
It's close enough.
That's
though.
what I did. I moved her in really close, but you can see it's 72, I think.
Yep,
God
we
dang
sure
it.
do.
Shoot, we
Sometimes
got
it
It's
works
annoying.
There it is,
There it
right
is.
there.
There it
There
is.
we go.
Yeah, we got 57 here in Albuquerque.
That's
Ooh.
paradise. Oh my God.
Are you up high? Well, I'm talking about elevation.
Oh,
Nice.
True elevation.
actually, I think Albuquerque is like at 6,000.
It's like I was at 2,000 this morning,
Wow,
and then more morning came, and now I'm around 8 or 9 grand.
Good morning, Miss EB.
How did
yeah, New
that
Mexico's
happen?
high, isn't it?
That was high.
Yeah, well, Albuquerque is like at 6,000.
Yeah.
Where we have our clubhouse, that's probably around just over 8.
Yeah.
But the desert's low, right?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, we're in the basin of Albuquerque, and it kind of goes a little bit higher, but not much
Wow.
to the west
Okay.
of us.
So Rob is going to make some follow-up video for that, the bikes that we just watched. But yeah, I remember driving to like when we came to, I thought we just kept coming downhill and down, like came from Minnesota and coming around like to get into Albuquerque. And I just remember being on the freeway and saying no Jake brakes and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, you see that all over the place.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, and this is from like 7th grade. Can you believe I remember that stuff? That's crazy. But it took a long time to get there. It was a big deal getting to see all these neat places for the first time.
Yeah.
Looked like Wile E. Coyote, from like some of those places out there.
That's the whole point. The whole Warner Brothers used to base everything out of New Mexico.
Wow.
Bugs Bunny with his took the wrong turn in Albuquerque. We had the Tasmanian Devil, the Roadrunner, which is the New Mexico state bird.
I can believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where I most remember it was like Tucson, I think. And we got way down there south and went through some Arizona as well on that trip. And that's when you'd see like little rocks and then huge big rocks on top of little small rocks. You're like, how did that happen naturally?
Well, it's like you go from the east here of Albuquerque, you got the foothills of the Rockies.
Yeah.
And then you go west and it's just desert plains.
Desert plains.
And then by the time you know it, you get towards Arizona area and everything turns into, canyons.
Yeah. Yeah. Literally.
Mm-hmm.
A good section of it is. So Rob's neighbor, it is a death trap for sure. The pipe reduced 8 times down to 1 NPT. Is that a pint?
Yeah.
It is a treat to ride. Yeah, don't leave far. It probably gets good mileage. You probably go quite a ways on that little.
Would you want
Question for
something?
yeah. Now we're caught up to that. We got that. Looks like the bike they sell at Tractor Supply. I know it's kind of interesting like that. Those are cool stuff to have. All right, let me get up here a little bit. Yeah. Stop. Yeah, I've had to stop after using the first couple.
Poor Sterling
Everything.
can't find his pants.
Everything is very concerning on it. That's good. Even at the same time, Mac, did we get that? Did you get that resolved?
Sure. Yeah,
the
you
whole
could have.
question?
Yeah, of course you could have multiple best friends of different varieties. I've got best friend truck drivers.
Yeah.
But they don't have anything common with the biking world.
That's what I say. They come in different categories. It's not like your wife's supposed to be or your other significant others, you know, because you don't marry your best friend usually. Like, maybe you do, I guess. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to act smart, and I ain't.
Oh, we're good at it.
You
Well,
all
I'm
knew
looking-
that. I didn't even have to tell you that, did I?
I'm looking at my best friends.
Yeah.
The only friends I got.
You're looking
y'all.
down. You're looking down.
Whether
now.
we're good or not,
No,
we're all
I
I
know,
see a
that's
lot
what I'm
of-
saying.
I see a lot of these comments dealing with Florida. You know, I do miss it. I mean, I lived in Sarasota for many years. That's pretty much
Yeah.
where I grew up.
Hell, everybody's leaving Florida. Can't afford to buy a house.
Bait tackle.
You don't need a house. You need a single wide.
When I was there, it was during off season.
Out of all the people on this screen right here, I've already went bike riding with two of them.
That's pretty good.
I'm looking at both of them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The odds of that kind of sometimes are pretty slim when you're on YouTube.
Yeah.
So that's pretty
You know,
neat.
when you're on a group like this all
Yeah.
over the world,
Yep.
and when I ain't even riding with them for real, I create a picture like I did with Dave. I put him in Birmingham on an old shovel head.
I saw that.
Biker News
Yeah,
Canada.
he
Oh, I got a nice
Hey.
shovel head.
You got one for real.
I have that old 4-speed.
I got a nice shovel.
Oh, the trannies.
Yeah, I
I
had
had
an
a
old
1980 Wagler.
I had an old panhead. It was a 4-speed. That thing, I'm telling you, it used so much oil. It was in a chopper. And, you know, you had that oil tank on it.
Oops.
You'd
Sorry.
ride it, and you'd have to fill the tank up with oil as much as you did the gas. It had them twice pipes up the side. You let it off the throttle, and it'd leave a trail of black smoke. I mean, oily smoke coming out the back. Contrail.
I've hit my hotel at 63.
It was
for-
wore out. But
Yeah,
it was
when
a
you're,
good.
you know,
You can start it with your hand. You just take it and get it up on a compression stroke. Set the distributor. Push down that son of a gun. Would start up one cylinder and then the second one kick in by hand.
yeah.
I got a question for you guys.
Yeah.
I was leaving the drugstore last week, right? And an old rider come up and he was talking to me, of course, getting in his car. He was talking about how back in his day, right, they used to ride this almost, it was like a scooter, but it wasn't any of the brands I was familiar with. So whatever the brand is, it's all evidently gone and no longer around. Does anything ring a bell that would have stuck
Cushman Eagle. How about the Cushman Eagle? And I
That's it.
loved it, man. It had a little shifter on the side, and it was a sporty. Now, the little slope back Cushman, it was really slow, but the Eagle, man, it ran. It had a kick pedal for a starter. You had the kick pedal was right in the front. You had to kick it down to start it up. And
Biker News Canada. Yeah, I was
Oh,
going to
man.
drop your
Good
link
funny.
out here. I give you wrench stuff like that, but I don't. You're in CARNY'S things. Just letting you know we can do that. And feel free
yeah, Sterling, well, he remembered the old Cushmans too.
to drop links.
That's a neat little bike. Hey, Miss
Okay.
Brady, I see you, baby.
How you doing, EB? I see you're back here again. I did say hi to you earlier. I just wanted you to know I did. Talking
Me
about your
too.
singing and all that. And I remember Scorpion. She sang some Scorpion tunes. She kind of dedicated one to me. I thought that was really nice. You go to people's lives often and see them and say hi and do a support. They'll give you a little plug. A little, hey, even sing a song for you. Think of that. How nice is that? Appreciate stuff.
Pretty
Little
sure
things.
on
It's the
my
little things.
headphone.
Make you feel good.
These
Leave a
Cushman
good
Eagles are
impression.
selling for more than Brady's Hondas are worth.
Say again, I was
The
yammering.
Cushman Eagles,
Yeah.
they're selling for more than both of Brady Chameleon's Hondas are worth.
Oh, that's right. Oh yeah. I got a guy in Florence, Oregon, Florence, Washington, that builds. He has a big collection of them. He has gotten as much as $5,000 for a Cushman Eagle, and the guy was happy to get it.
The
It's
one
old
I'm
guys that
sending
had them
him
when they
now
was
is
kids, and they want another one. And if you get a hold of one and refurbish it and everything, it'll bring high dollar.
No kidding.
It was the king for the young people back in
I wonder what
'53.
makes those kinds of things desirable again when we see this stuff. Like I know crowds, like if we didn't have like motorcycle crowds and like we are kind of, and you start seeing them on YouTube a lot, does that kind of promote it? And somebody makes it a thing, like, you know what I'm saying? Like an old whatever, and then all of a sudden it becomes popular and desirable. Value goes up. But do you think that would happen without platforms like this? I mean, I know some have in the past, but I
to
mean,
a smaller
like we're going
scale.
to see more of it, I'm sure, because of stuff like this.
The
So
first
let's say-
motorcycle I bought was a service cycle, 1948 service cycle.
Yeah.
They were made for the U.S. Army. Mine was all camo green, a U.S. Army green. I pushed that thing more miles than I ever rode it. It was a two-stroke, one single piston, and I'm telling you, we pushed that thing.
That's why they call
Once
it.
you got it running, it ran good. It was belt drive.
Yeah.
They had belt drive in 1948.
A holder runner. Yeah. Well, I know, like, we definitely know the value of, like, Harleys and stuff because it has a tight, it's the big community, for years and years and years. And all those things become valuable. But some of the neat things now, like, you probably would have never thought, like a Goldwing to me, like, you see Shade Tree Surgeon, to me, I'm sure there's many others that have made that kind of popular, but that's been more of a popular, thing to get, or an old one, or and go right across the country. You can do it for $1,000 or $2,000. Those things will run forever. Stuff like that, and then people start restoring or whatever, and they become a thing, desirable. That's why you got one kind of fob, huh? Do you think you probably wouldn't have got one if you didn't hook up with Shade Tree Channel? Maybe, I don't know.
Actually, the Goldwing, I wasn't even looking for it. I was literally just going to drop off a Mother's Day gift to my mom-in-law.
Different from Albuquerque.
And I just looked over and saw the bike for sale. I'm like, okay, let's see how much it is.
Yeah.
And he wanted like $1,700 for it.
Yeah.
And he said no one wants to pay that much for it. So I'm just
What year again?
It's 84.
84. Yeah.
Yeah. And he said, I'm just going to list it for $400. I'm like, well, all right, don't list it. I got you.
Yeah. Well, good. Nice. And now she's home and started.
Yeah. It runs.
It might be frozen underneath the bed or something with 63 degrees going on in the hotel.
We watched him sort out all the wires on that thing when he found a manual.
Yeah.
He was going through compartments and found a manual.
The original manual. I had the original toolkit and some other spare parts. But when Catastrophic came home, he decided to park his Jeep right on top of one of the internal compartment boxes that go with the Goldwing. So I went from this to this.
Uh-oh.
And a lot of the stuff that was in it got crushed. And he also had, when he hit the brakes, he slid the tool roll across the concrete. So now it's all ripped apart. And
oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's why we call him Catastrophic.
Yeah.
I guess so.
I mean, he wasn't even here 48 hours and he managed to run over motorcycle parts.
Kind of like a Tasmanian devil, right? You're going to mess wherever you go?
Yeah.
Tearing stuff up?
That's my boy.
There you go. Didn't mean that disrespectfully. Just saying. It just sounded
Oh
like it
no,
would
no,
fit.
it's
Yeah.
we named him that for a reason. He flooded the back of the house 2 or 3 times. Totaled the Cadillac. Messed up 2 of his bikes, 3 of his bikes. Now he's got his own car.
I'm looking up a share screen here from Keyfob. I finally got it. Sometimes, like after a live show is done, I go look at my phone. I tell everybody, send me pictures, send me pictures.
Look at that,
And I go and
6,500. That's what my buddy up there, he got 6 for his.
Wow. Anyway, I go look at my phone and I got all tons of photos and they never even make the live. And I'm sorry, guys.
No, you're all right.
Sometimes it's a lot.
It's your show.
It's
What-
my
what
it's
ends
my
up with
excuse.
the
Yeah. Well, you know what you're working with. You got the hamster.
And,
Might not have got fed completely and it's running low. So that's a Cushman, huh?
57.
Freaking jewel that is. It looks like that tank is really cool.
Oh, yeah.
I had a little Rupp. Have you ever heard of Rupp mini bike? They
Yep.
used to put them on the
Mhm.
pawn shop stars, and they
Yeah.
had that. My exact mini bike was up there on the shelf, real high, when I grew up, and it was early '70s. I think I had sandals on with the tire tread on the bottom. All I could do was hike one leg up across the seat. There's no way I was flat footing, but that's how I did. I hopped along and got on because it was no
What is that?
gears in it. You just throttle and go. It was a Briggs and Stratton in it, 4-horse. Did about 40 miles an hour.
That black stick going vertical. What was that?
What was what?
The black stick that went beside the fuel tank on that Cushman.
That's your shifter on the side.
No kidding.
That's like a side shifter.
Oh, up here.
Nice. Yeah.
How the hell
So,
did it,
what are you shifting from?
right?
That's to the tank.
I
Yeah,
know,
but
but I
It's on
mean,
the side of the tank. See the lever going back under the engine. See the engine. You can see the lever going by
yeah,
up
but
behind the engine.
there's no gears in it, is there? Is there
Yeah, look right behind the. There you go. You're looking at the
Right there?
gearbox.
That
Yep,
is
really.
okay. That's
Trans.
Yeah,
Wow.
that Cushman you could push it off and start it. The other is slope back Cushman. You couldn't push it off and start it. It had a clutch, one of those automatic clutches.
That's what I didn't like about mine. I had to start it like a freaking, up like a lawnmower. My Rupp, you had to grab the
pull
rope. Yeah.
And at that
All
period
right.
of time, a lot of the Harleys had the side shifter on them. It looked just like it. Everybody looked.
Thank
They
you,
thought of it as like a little Harley, but it had nothing to do with Harley.
Good morning.
But
Bonnie.
everybody, that bike was styled sort of like the Harley of that period.
I'd ride one.
Peak is a nice place. Where is Sandia Peak? You know, probably Carney. No. Somebody he might have
Where
left.
is it?
Yeah, Sandina Peak or whatever.
They had a model that even had dual exhaust on it. It came out of the engine, went into a T, and went back to both sides. Had 2 little chrome pipes going back.
Yeah. I've seen the word a few times. That's why I brought it up. Sandia Peak.
Oh, so Sandia Peak, where he's talking about, is up on the crest, up on the top of the mountain. They have a ski resort and everything. It's like a small little skiing resort town.
A good attraction place then. Yeah.
Mhm.
So long, Sterling.
DMV, good luck, bro. Yeah. Blessings your way, man.
Sterling,
That's
it would
awesome.
do me such a pleasure one day to get to ride with you.
Yes, it would. Really would. You better have some high power, depending on which bike he's riding. You got one of those Yamaha 160 mile an hour bikes.
Well, as long as they keep it reasonable, Olmec won't have a problem. Trust me.
Yeah.
Well, I
have to
mean,
go.
and with his Kawasaki, he wouldn't want to get it out of second gear riding with old Mac. That's about, I'd be about peaked out. What's that, about 90?
I got a question what is the fastest? Not like it matters, but what was the fastest bike you had, and how fast did you go?
My fastest is Goldwing.
Mac.
He's
That was
frozen.
you. He's froze up. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Is he?
too much question.
He froze up mid sentence.
That was
Right.
too much question.
Yeah, I'm
There
sorry
he
about
is.
that.
No, he's good now.
Flow so fast right there. You were like demonstrating, like we defied time and just started standing still.
Go on, Brady.
So did you get the question, Mac? I was like, how fast? What's the fastest you've gone? And like, what's the fastest bike you had?
What was the question?
That was it. What is the fastest bike you've ever had, and how fast have you gone?
Oh, I had a Honda at Whiteman Air Force Base. I put it on the TE road, and I ran it to 152 miles per hour on a Honda 750 CB 750. I run it to 152 miles per hour. It only had 155 on the speedometer, but
yep,
that's as high as it. And that's in flat. A TE road is where they haul the missiles out. And that's a flat road. I mean, it's a perfect road for riding.
Yeah, how nice that is to have an opportunity like that's where I'd want to try a top end on a bike, and I'm sure that
I had a 750 Suzuki. It would do 148 miles per hour. That was the fastest it would run. But it might have been government.
How much? How do you get? How much air have you ever caught? Like, it's the highest.
I caught air at 106 miles per hour at Lamont, Missouri, on the highway. What happened is I come up over the rise. The front wheel came off the ground. When I touched down, I got the golly wobbles, and I wore the bottoms of both shoes out.
I bet you did.
It was a son of a bitch. The landing was rough.
You showed Fred Flintstone what you were made of, huh?
Whoa! Where do you think Fred got it from?
Oh, I love these stories. That was so good. Oh, see, I roll off when I near 100. I think slow riding is cooler at the other end of the spectrum. Yeah, I'm trying to gear my brain like that. But when you get a toy for your first time, like I did that sport bike, I'm used to riding the Harleys all the time, when I got that sport bike. And then I know there's some fast Harleys you can, I just was never around them, but the sport bike was a whole different, like RPMs. When I was going 4,000 or 5,000 RPMs, I'm like, gosh, that's way too much. We're going to blow this thing up or something,
Oh, you still got plenty.
Oh my God, yeah. I get up to 13, 14, well, depending on, like, if you get a 600, you get up to 17. I've heard some people going past 20,000 on modified ones. That's nuts. Yeah. But it just don't sound right. Like, it's time to shift. Nope. Yeah. It's not really, but I don't let them wind out going down the road, And
you're asking for trouble when you do that, man.
Well, I think not necessarily. You got to remember that transmission is designed to operate within those RPM spectrums, right?
Oh yeah.
As long as you're not going
power band, of course.
Yeah, but for racing, though.
Oh yeah.
Not just for riding.
Yeah, like you don't want to bring it up there like all the time. I mean, you can, but you know, whatever.
I mean, because I can do 100 mile an hour in first gear, like even at 30 and 40 seems. So you want to shift, like use all those 6 gears pretty much at normal riding. I mean, I do when I'm going down the freeway. I'm usually in 6 gear on the Yamaha, doing 55, 65, 70, whatever, and that's comfortable. I could be in 4th gear.
So Beezer.
Go ahead, Carney. What?
Beezer, I just saw his 600RR would redline at 16K.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
So, and I stopped riding sports bike after my 1000RR. I had the CBR series too. I love them.
Great bike.
I rode a 250 Honda Scrambler that had a 15,000 RPM range on it. A 2-cylinder, but it was built for flat tracking. It weighed almost nothing. Oh my God, it was so torquey. A little 250. That was back in probably in the 60s, and that thing ran. It turned 15,000. That's what shift point was 15,000, 11 to 15,000. It was real peaky, but it was cammed up for the high RPM.
Yeah. What does that mean when a gear pings or shift before a gear 5 pings? What ping? What does it mean? Pins? I'm not sure I understood. I thought it was a thing.
Hardwire says change out your cams so you can move the power range.
this
Yeah. It works out.
Rob's neighbor. Is he
Higher you
expecting-
go up in the RPM range on the camshaft, the torque goes away. As you want a stump puller, you got to have a cam profile that's keeping you down low in the RPMs. But if you want to turn it up high, you ain't going to have a lot in the traffic, like stop and go traffic.
Yeah.
You'll be pretty dead down in the bottom end.
Yeah. Well, how about some,
Right,
what do
to
they
run
call
your
it, high
RPMs up
velocity
all the time.
stacks that you put in, like my R1, and they have different like heights of how the air comes in. It's weird. It's a simple thing, but
Makes a difference.
it makes a difference. And so the mid, at least the mid, but I had more torque and stuff in the mid areas than normal. Still, at the low end, of course, till you get going, you're kind of doggy compared to the torque of say like a Harley. They always get you off the line unless you're an expert maybe at letting the throttle fly or the clutch fly and having a stretcher on too. Otherwise, you're going up in the air every time.
Yeah.
Even on a Harley, you can do that.
I had a 92 ZX7 and I hit 175 miles an hour on a probably like a 10 or 15 mile straightaway.
Yeah.
And at the end of that straightaway was a town, and it like I didn't realize how much land I was
passing.
I mean, the lines are solid. The poles are going by every half second. Like
braking from that highest speed is really like you got to get used to doing that too and learn how to do that.
Yeah, that's the time when I came out of the tuck at 130 and I almost ripped me off the motorcycle, dude. I was like, don't do that. I was like, I went right back down. I went right back down into the tuck.
Yeah.
Don't
I'm
do that.
staying here for a while.
Yeah.
Rob said his.
I mean, I can't imagine what it sounded like in the town with all these bikes just
fly by.
Ripping in like 6th gear. Like we were maxing 6th gear out, dude. We were maxing 6th gear out.
Joe and I in my Mustang GT up here on I-65, just before you get to Coleman, we went to 155 in it. And we wasn't doing anything special. There was a car went by me and he was running oil. It was a Porsche, and oil was coming out of the back and it sprayed on my windshield. And I know he didn't know it because it was coming out of the rear engine part. So I ran up there to him and pointed to let him know he had a problem, so he could get off the road because he was stringing out oil and it was all on my windshield and stuff, but we run him down to get him to pull off.
Yeah, that's nice, Rob. Let's see, Charles, how you doing, man? Do not feed the wildlife. Yeah, where are you at? Where you at, Charles? Adventures of Key Fob. Hey, just had to see you raise your head.
Oh.
You made a comment in here. I thought you might want to read it again.
Oh.
Goldwing's supposed to top out at 150. Wow, that's moving for a big old tank, ain't it? Well, is that the older ones were? Because I know the newer ones are pretty spicy. Like they'll take.
That's the GL 1200 supposed to top out at 156.
Yeah.
I am not in a hurry to test that.
No.
No.
Let's see. He rides 5 to the limit. It makes it out before he changes gears. 5 to the limit. Oh, like really? Yeah. Before it does the rev limiter thing. I got you. Yeah. Are we not men? Men. I got to get going, you guys, pretty soon. My Darwin's
time.
Yeah, it's 10:30 and
that's all right. I just
work
got
is calling.
Place.
Did you hear that word? I'd be cussing up a storm saying work.
Yeah.
Damn it.
That word.
I was kind of missing Monday. I was missing everybody too. It was like I was sitting at home so long. It's like, man, I'm gonna get on and do one of these and talk with you guys and have a good time yesterday because I was sitting at home, like really didn't have nothing to do. What did I do? Oh, I played a whole lot of guitar and tried to memorize some stuff on it. That was it. That's really about all I did. Those ZX7s were insane.
Yeah, dude.
Is that a Kawasaki too, or no?
Yeah, that's what I had. I had a 92 ZX7.
Okay.
Hey,
Steve, how you
Then
doing?
they stopped making the 750s for a bunch of years. They just kept on making thousands and then 600s.
no,
How you
no.
doing, Eddie? Welcome.
I don't know. And then the 14s.
Thank you, Carney.
The
Angry Dave.
GX14 that they have in the concourse,
Yes.
that's an amazing bike.
I did 170 one time. It was on somebody else's bike, and we got pulled over by the cops. But
Oh,
fortunately, they was chasing the guy that passed us before we decided to do 170.
Yeah.
He had shit going. He was running from the cops. So they
Yeah.
decided what we were doing wasn't that bad. Like, they could have took 3 of us
Yeah.
to prison. took our bikes, locked us up. As we're doing that, going to Kitty Hawk, going across the water on a bridge. And earlier in that ride, in our group ride, we were doing about 80. We saw a guy on a sport bike fly by us, take this long sweeper corner in front of us that starts turning out towards the ocean. As you're running parallel, then you got to go to the ocean, right, to get to Kitty Hawk. So,
Yeah.
and he crossed the medium, and it looked like Isle of Man. You could see the dust flying. We were just waiting for him to spin out and turn and whatever, because he was balls to the wall. And then we saw the cops. No, we didn't see the cops go by. Sorry. That's what we didn't see until we did 170. Then the cops had caught up at that time, and they pulled us over to ask questions. Do you know who this guy is that was doing,
Yeah.
you know, who's breaking the law other than you? No. Yeah. So, yeah. But anyway, that slowdown thing and at 170 and hitting brakes, it's a whole different, because it takes a long
you'll
time.
find out how ineffective your brakes are at
Yeah.
170 miles per hour real fast.
Even on a sports
real
bike, you
fast.
know? I mean, you
Real
can't,
fast.
you got to be careful.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
your brakes are doing at that speed are just, adjusting. Adjusting the speed a little
Yeah.
bit.
Well, I don't think I'll ever be doing that again.
Yeah.
I want to, but I want to do it where it's safe and I won't get in trouble and locked up, because that kind of took the wind out of my sails, man. I was like, because I could have got that guy's, my irresponsibility could have got that guy's bike impounded, taken away. What do you say to
Being
the
a
guy?
grown-up
Well, you
thing,
did give me a
fun,
sport bike. You did give me a sport bike that'll do, Nobody's fault but my own. Sounds like old Led Zeppelin song, don't it?
Oh yeah, your body becomes like a speed brake, Angry. If you want to slow down there real fast, just sit upright in your seat, and that's gonna really drag you down.
Yeah. Well, they do that on GP motocross. They stick a leg out as they come around a corner to help windbreak. Kind of looks goofy, but you're like, no, that's to help them slow down, like a parachute. Hit the like
And
button
even
over
pulls
there,
you
Carney's.
to the left and to the right. Depends on which leg you're sticking out.
Yeah.
Well, the natural instinct is for the bike to go straight.
Yep.
Like a gyroscope.
Centrifugal force.
Centrifugal force, yeah.
Yeah. They want to stay
Yeah,
up. They don't want to fall down. You have to force them. That's when the trouble starts.
Yeah.
Especially on the streets, watching street riders are real insane, because that's the biggest gamble ever. You don't know what curve has dirt and rocks, or one rock like that size, say an inch. And your front tire hits that, and you're at a 45 even, or maybe even pushing that, and it hits that.
One wrong, you're like baloney missed number one.
And you're in the mountains made of rocks. What's the odds of a rock being that on a canyon run? Like, I saw Max Riss do that. If you've never seen his channel, he does
That's all
some
his
crazy
videos are.
stuff in the canyons, and tries to ride like GP moto riders, and he's had a lot of accidents.
Well, it's not him having the accidents. It's the people that are riding with him.
Sometimes.
Sometimes
He causes them to do that too, because they want to be like Maxie Boy.
That's kind of what I was getting to. He's
advocating.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. These people are responsible for their own ride for what they do.
Yes.
Rob.
If I go to Alabama and team up with old Mac and he's running 120 on the back roads and filming it, well, that's his playground. He knows that area. He's filming it. His camera is on me because he knows it's not my area. I'm the one trying to keep up with him.
That's where the actions are going to be.
Right. He knows the odds of me having an accident are way higher, especially. So I feel he's partially responsible for
All right, Carney.
Thank you.
taking those people out on these rides like that. But then again, they're responsible for their own ride too. I don't know.
That's right. Yeah. But it's all, we're all influenced and influential and stuff like that. So we just got to be careful. I quit subscribing and watching to that because I was all excited about that. And I said, man, my mind says, well, these guys, they run from cops. How to lose a helicopter in 3 turns, Well, Dean, you don't have to stop if you're on your. Don't get that ticket. Just go. And I think that stuff, just a small bit. I never would. I always stop. But just saying. And Carney, you doing a live after this? And do you ever schedule it so it's ahead? Because I can do this restream thing, and everybody that's here will automatically get directed and go right to your live afterwards. So if you don't, you could start scheduling them, and I'll add them in my redirect.
Yeah, so it's hard for me to schedule because all it takes is a phone call, and I got to run.
Yeah, well.
But I try to jump on as much as I can.
If you got somebody, if you're using StreamYard, you can have a member, say, like me, for instance. Yep. And that happens to you, and I know you can give it whatever and go in there and shut it down or carry it on if you had somebody, one of your whatever. I'm just saying there are ways to get around that if you want. Trying to cause trouble for you and mayhem on your channel. Do this.
Yeah, so I'll probably, when I go live, I'll probably do an open panel. So
yeah, well, most everybody know you want to go over. They're going to go over there whether you get restreamed or not. We're not that big of channels, so yeah, that leg can save you from a high sometimes too. I see. Yeah, and you're balancing.
Hey, Carney, I got to tell you how much I really like New Mexico. I like riding over there. When we were stationed over at Roswell, we could not wait for the weekend so we could go riding. Every turn is a picturesque. If you love beautiful sceneries and all that kind of stuff, oh my God, that's just a beautiful place to ride.
Yeah, so like I said, right here in Albuquerque, to the east of us, we got the mountains, the foothills of the Rockies. To the west, we got desert plains, and if you go towards the north, you got more of the mountain and canyon area, and then when you go down south, you got more desert and heat.
Nearing Mexico. Whew. All right, you guys, let's wrap this up for the day. We're about there. It's as good a time as any. Carney, thanks for joining the coffee thing with us. And
thanks, man.
You're awake. Remember, Carney's going to do a live after this, so nothing else. Go over there, support his channel, say howdy in the chat, and hit a thumbs up for him. Even hit the share button. All you got to do is copy it. You ain't got to really go at all the work. Go paste it up and do it, which is helpful if you can, but it still says it counts as a share for people. I mean, those are just little things you can do if you're not doing nothing else.
And don't forget to hit up Motorball, Virginia. Go to his channel, hit that like, subscribe, even join if you want. I mean, he has some good content. Check him out. Until next time. We put a link
out here, yeah.
I'll see you guys in a few.
All right,
peace.
All right, everybody. Take care. So long.
Yeah. All right, guys. Y'all have a good day.
All right, let's go then.
Yeah, so thank you everyone for having a wonderful coffee with me, man. It is much greatly appreciated. I think we started the day off right, so just love on your peeps. Tell your friends you love them. Tell your family you love them, and just go out and have the best day you can. Spread it out there. We'll see you again soon. Bye.